choose higher ground.
Charismatic U.S. civil rights leader Jesse Jackson, who became a close associate of Martin Luther King Jr. and twice ran for the Democratic presidential nomination, has died at the age of 84. That's according to a statement released by his family on Tuesday. Jackson, an eloquent Baptist minister raised in the segregated South, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2017. Dating back to the turbulent civil rights movement of the 1960s spearheaded by King, Jackson advocated for the rights of Black Americans and other marginalized communities. Reverend Al Sharpton spoke to reporters about the influence his friend and mentor had on the country.
Jesse Jackson changed American politics. Jesse Jackson changed the civil rights movement. And he would always challenge me that your generation's got to do what John Lewis and all of us that were younger than Dr. King did.
Jackson pursued his political ambitions in the 1980s, relying on his mesmerizing oratory.
I'm too mature to be angry. I'm focused on what we must do to keep hope alive.
It was not until fellow Chicagoan Barack Obama's election as president in 2008 that a Black candidate came as close to securing a major party presidential nomination as Jackson. In a statement released Tuesday, the Obamas called Jackson a true giant who they stood on the shoulders of. Jackson founded the Chicago-based civil rights groups Operation Push and the National Rainbow Coalition, and served as Democratic President Bill Clinton's special envoy to Africa in the 1990s. At a growing memorial outside the Rainbow Push Coalition headquarters, Zip Sistrunk remembered his longtime friend.
I didn't come up with the best of circumstances. And there was time when I needed somebody to tell me that I am somebody. So if the world takes nothing from Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson, if they just take those immortal words, and if they just give it to children and their neighbors, you have paid tribute to Jesse Louis Jackson.
Jackson continued his activism later in life, condemning the police killing of George Floyd and other Black Americans in 2020 amid the global racial justice movement.